All right. Thank you again to Sable for a fantastic run. Thank you very much for all of our lovely donators and contributors, and as well as everyone who's hanging out in chat and watching. It's been a great stream so far. A fantastic start to day one of SDAT 2025. Coming up, we have Earthbound. And you do have the opportunity to contribute in order to name the cast. We, of course, don't have a lot of time left on that because we're, of course, going to be starting very soon, about 6 minutes or so. So go on and get those donations in if you would like to contribute in that. But if you're other things to which you would like to contribute, we have that as well. Such as upgrading a Katana Zero to psychotherapy. That'll be on in 2 runs from now. Brought to you by Recolt. And then we also have an opportunity to choose Spyro's color. You're the dragon. Lots of great things coming up. It's a good day of runs. Stay tuned. And we'll be up with our next run in about 5 minutes or so. If you want to go grab a drink or maybe, go get a sandwich. If it's lunchtime for you, wherever your time zone is. All right, it looks like we are ready to go for our next run. So I'm going to send you over to a quick little break just to pay the bills. Make sure you get all that information you need about Save the Children, everything we have coming up soon. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Derek GNC bringing you Earthbound Boogie Percent.
buy this shirt.
I know that you gave so much to keep my dream alive. Everybody has their moment, maybe this is mine. I know that you'll be so proud to see how far I've come. I'll pay it back to you. There will come a day when you'll need me by your side, and I'll pay it back to you.
Welcome back to Speed Doxathon 2025, supporting Save the Children. My name is Dayman. I'll be continuing my shift here as your host this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on your time zone. We are bringing you back the next run of the event here on day one of SDAT proper, and we have Derek GNC bringing you Earthbound Boogie Percent. Derek, why don't you take it away for us?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and get into naming all of our kids, and then we will get into the chitter chatter. We're gonna go the fast speech. We're gonna go stereo. You know what? I like the strawberry flavored, and we're gonna do locked in at Rocky for first kid. Correct?
I'm pulling it up right now, just making sure.
Yep. A lot of nice hats in chat. Absolutely. You can go buy it at this Speed Docs site.
I'm not. Tiltify is being upsetting.
That tracks. You needed to use it, and it's like, no, I'm going to take a break for a moment. We love that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just kidding. The page went away. All right. Hang tight.
So, how's chat doing? Great emotes. I hope everybody's been having a great Speed Docs. The road to Speed Docs is awesome. And then getting to see all of the great runs previously.
All right. We have top one, Rocky.
Okay.
Number 2 is Shoo, S-H-O-O.
Okay.
And then number 3 is Leroy.
L-E-R-O-Y, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Do I remember how to spell Leroy? Let's find out. So you might see, hey, there's a fourth kid, but guess what? Never gonna appear ever in any speech pattern, any nothing. Never gonna be referenced. And we are gonna name our lovely pet. We're gonna name it after my personal cat. Again, never gonna be named, never gonna be dropped in chat. And then our favorite food is gonna be, you know what, just because of our previous bumper, our favorite food's gonna be Taco Bell. Go buy the Bronzong shirt. And then our favorite thing, okay, chat, I want you to brace yourself. Be ready to clip this so you can keep it for when you need it. What is our favorite thing right now? It's chat. It's you that is our favorite thing.
Aww.
I know, right? Chat, you're my favorite. Anyway, if we're ready on time, we can start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So, some of you might be wondering, hey, what's Boogie Percent? Well, I'm here to tell you in the first minute and a half of cutscenes. Bogey% is where we run all the way from the beginning of the game all the way up to the third city, Threed, and we battle the Boogie Tent. Real creative. We're going to face off against a giant circus tent with teeth. We're going to fight it, and then we're going to grab what's out of the trash can, the fly honey, and that is time. Between then and there, we get to fight ants and other sorts of bugs and gang members and skateboarders and pogoists. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Hopefully, we're going to be making some good time. Also, joined by my lovely cat. She decides to join in on commentary every so often. But here we go. Like I said, first minute and a half is nothing but cutscenes. So we get to sit around and chat a little bit. I hope chat is having a wonderful day. Hello to everybody who is saying hello. Alright, let's go. So we're going to immediately go grab the cracked bat out of our sister's room. Why our sister has a cracked bat in her bedroom, I don't know, but we're going to be awesome about it. That's right, we're going to go ahead and grab it, and then we're going to go ahead and equip it. And then we're going to get on out of here. I gotta say, these pajamas that we are wearing are excellent. I kind of wish that I had a pair of pajamas like this. And then we're going to go up the hill. We're going to go find out what that loud rumbling was. Turns out it may be a space phenomena, a meteorite, and we're going to find out more about that. We're going to find out, hey, we're getting in everybody's way. We're going to see a treasure chest down here. We are going to ignore it for now. There's a plan for it. We're going to be able to pick it up later. We're going to find out, hey, we're getting in the cops' way. We're going to find out more about it later. Hint, we're not. We're going to overmash multiple times for no other reason than not paying attention. We're going to get on out of here. We're going to climb back down, go back home, and go back to bed for a little while. I wish it were this easy to fall asleep in real life. Get home, be like, all right, I'm going back to bed. I walked up the hill in my pajamas, outside, and then Mom's like, hey, go back to bed. And we're going to scoot off back to bed. Later that night. And now we're woken up by loud thumping at the door. I'm gonna be honest, if there was loud thumping at the door currently when I wake up in the middle of the night, that would be the most terrifying thing ever. Arguably, should be in this game as well. Has anybody played this game before? Anybody had any interaction with the Earthbound series as a whole? There are 3 games, despite only 2 of them ever making it to the North America sector. We're gonna mash this text and be like, hey, my name's Pokey. My brother Picky is lost now. We're gonna go find him. Never finished Earthbound, fair enough. Played a little bit of it. You should go back and play it. It is really good. I enjoy it, clearly. Beginnings is so hard. Like I was saying earlier, it is the, it suffers from old school RPG where it's just like, I don't know, figure it out, over level. You'll get there eventually. It is incredibly difficult. Let's go answer our phone. Turns out our phone is canonically our dad. As credited in the credits. If you play through this entire game, you get to see the credits. Turns out our dad has been a phone the entire time. And now we get to go into the first tech-heavy section, but what's up?
I was gonna say, I believe that's also referenced in, like, a Smash Brothers trophy or something, where it's a telephone, and it says it's Ness's dad.
Yes, I believe it is. I love the fact that so much of Earthbound is information comes from Smash Brothers. So right now we're doing our biggest tech-heavy section of despawning and what's called stutter stepping. So we stutter stepped past the... Got the fight. We stutter stepped past the snake. There's a lot of tech involved in... It only checks for movement every X amount of frames, and if you're not directly putting an input, it doesn't move. So if you mash fast enough, the game goes, I don't know, man. You're not moving. I'm not going to move the boss. Or I'm not going to move the enemy. So we just kind of like stutter step past it. The everything else we're going to try to despawn or try to walk around. We failed walking around the crow, which moves in a zigzaggy pattern. Looks like we got a clean climb through here. Okay. Okay, that was not bad. Taking one fight here is not the end of the world. It's better if you get none. But you know what? We're on a we're not on a PB attempt pace. We're on a marathon pace, which I prefer over everything else. Having fun, showing off the game that honestly I have played so much of. I literally play this game every week. Me and my community do AP, and this game is actually out on the AP engine for randomization and multi-world, and it's so much fun. And we'll get to points where we get to talk about 90s nostalgia, because this game very much is a product of the 90s. It has that same humor quality. I believe the marketing for this game was like, this game stinks! And then they went, I can't believe it didn't sell. It said right on the box, this game stinks. And it's just like, that's unfortunate. You know? But this game is actually incredibly expensive to buy a genuine cart. It is like almost $1,000 in mint condition. Because it's a cult classic nowadays. Alright, here's where we'll go pick up things. Yes, it is on NSO. Go check it out. If you have NSO, go check it out. It is super worth it. That is a huge thing that I love seeing, going through the Twitch layouts and being like, hey, they're playing on NSO, because it has made it so accessible. I think it's also on the SNES Mini. But
the Super Nintendo collection on NSO is unbelievable. It's so good.
There's a lot of hidden gems in there. Earthbound is one of my favorites. They've got all, they've got all the classics. You got, they've got all those Super Metroids and things. Correct me if I'm wrong, didn't they get a Donkey Kong? Finally?
We had the DKC trilogy. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. And Kirby's Dream Course, ooh, that's a great game. Somebody should bring Kirby's Dream Course to the next SDAT. If it's not in this one, ooh. I think they had officially added like games like Golden Sun, I believe. Hey, Starman Jr. is down. First big boss, very, very scripted. Did not talk about it whatsoever, but is very, very scripted. We just basically have to mash through text. Hence why we just talk through it. This game is not super tech heavy, or especially this particular category. It's not super tech heavy, alright? The biggest tech is already been done. It is the stutter stepping. It is the despawning. And despawning is just looking at an enemy and going, simply just turning around and going, not today. Walking away from it, and then walking back and seeing if something else has spawned or what's going on with it. That is the biggest pieces of tech here. There's so much to love about this game, like the rolling HP. So if you take mortal damage, it will roll down instead of insta going to the number. So you technically have the ability to out-heal your death, which I love. It is creative, and I cannot think of another RPG that does that, but I'd very much like to be proven wrong.
It's like in the N64 Zeldas, if you buy something from the shop, your money counts down instead of instantly losing, so you can like buy more things before you run out of money.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, you can scam the shops.
There's only one shop that I will scam in Zelda, and that is Link's Awakening. But that's like the best shop to scam. A day is broken. We're officially in the daytime hours of ONET. So we're gonna be moving forward and fighting skateboarders and hula hoopers and pogo stick users. There's got to be a better word for it. Can't think of it off the top of my head, though. If you could think of a better word for somebody who uses a pogo stick, absolutely leave it in a donation and let us know. Oh god, not today, bro. So we're gonna go grab a Mr. Baseball cap. Speaking of baseball caps, go check out the SDAT hat. You can go get it. I bought it specifically for this tournament, and it is a comfortable hat. I really like it. There we go. Thank you for the merch plug. Probably, definitely not the last time you'll be hearing that merch plug. It is a comfortable hat. As somebody who has a jagnormous head, I can say without that hesitation, it fits perfectly, and there's still a lot of room for adjustment. So now we're going to be buying some things. We're going to be selling our Mr. Baseball cap for a weaker piece of equipment, so that way we can buy a third piece of equipment, and that way we have higher defense than if we just had the two pieces of equipment. That's the way it works. So we're going to do a little trick to actually get things not to spawn. We're going to dig around the trash can because we took a fight. We're going to go ahead and drink the can of fruit juice, and then we're going to take this fight. It's our first gang member. It's a pogo punk. Missing right off the bat. That's twice in a row. Great. Alright, that was clean. That was clean. No damage taken. Perfect. Love to see it happen. Let's go inside. Let's go fight another one. I believe this one's a hula hooper. Nope, it's another pogo punk. Just missed again. Okay, we're taking damage. The game didn't decide no damage today for you. We're gonna go ahead and life up here. We're gonna come to a pretty scary section here. The bosses on occasion are kind of scary, but that's okay. Even in the top runners, we actually, speaking of, there's coming up a tournament for this category that's coming up. We have it every fall, and it falls upon us. We're doing a Boogie Percent tournament, and even amongst the top runners, sometimes things just happen. There's the old saying, Earthbound, it'll decide if you get to play the game. It's very mitigated. We take a little bit of some safety strats here and there. Anytime I'm below max health, I will be healing. Frankie, brandishing knives. We're gonna heal because he will absolutely be able to do so much damage that anytime we are less than max, we need to heal. Apple cider is better than pumpkin spice, agreed. I'm not gonna argue with you on that point. There we go. Frankie is down. Scary hurdle number 1. We love to see it happen. You could say you're bounded to the earth. Good. This is a very scripted fight. We're just going to keep bashing out. There are certain thresholds. We're going to go ahead and life up here just to be a little bit safe. it is pretty scripted here. Every other turn generates steam. And there we go. Frankenstein is down. Now, fun fact, if you've ever played this game, you'll get to hear Frankie talk. And if you go back inside the arcade and come back out, he'll actually give you a full heal. And then we get to have a full heal right out of the gate here. Which we used a lot of our PowerPoints. So we'll take it. No, we're not de-thawing Mariah Carey out yet. We gotta get through Halloween first. Let us get through that. After that, on Halloween night, everybody starts de-thawing Mariah Carey. We get to have Christmas. Thanksgiving is when the ice officially breaks, but the thawing starts on Halloween night. We will be going to a scary section of the town. Not scary, but it's supposed to be zombies and ghosts and things like that. We'll be seeing that later in the run. Very late in the run. Here's the mayor. He's going to give us the key to the shack. And we're going to be thankful for it. And then we're going to go shopping. All right. We're going to go buy a bunch of burgers. And I want to point out these are $14 burgers that we are shoveling into our backpack. And this is a 1994. They're $14. Someone with an inflation calculator can tell me how much these burgers are costing. And they are not the double burgers or the cheeseburgers. So they're just burgers. We're going to pull money out of our account. Our dad gives us money every time we battle. So we're going to pull everything out. Please take your cash. That's $30 or more. That makes sense. That tracks. These would be like the Wagyu, gold leaf, caviar burgers. The ones that you eat and you're like, it was fine. Give me a McDonald's burger any day of the week. You want to splurge, go get like a Carl's Jr. or something. Alright, cool. We filled our bag up with them. We actually did not use too many from our Frank fight, which is great. And then we're going to do the first and only grinding section for this. We only have to go up a couple levels. But while we are grinding, if we want to talk about anything marathon related, you have some funny, witty jokes, 90s marathon nostalgia things you want to talk about, absolutely go for it. All we're going to be doing is bashing out on some slugs, stutter stepping past mice, and grinding up to level 8, which is just a couple levels away. But if you got anything, Dayman, go for it.
Ask you, what is your favorite status ailment in this game?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I've never been asked, and I love this. Okay, it's a toss-up between Diamondized or Homesick. Mostly because Diamondized is so rare. I think there's only a couple of monsters that actually can give you Diamondized. And Homesick just happens if you don't call home enough. Ness just goes, man, I'm homesick, and refuses to attack.
Yeah, they're pretty creative with all of the different ailments that you can get in this game.
Mm-hmm. Like your traditional poison is a cold, then like toxic that you'd think from like Pokemon with severe poison is like venomed or something like that. It's like really cool. Crying is giving you low accuracy. Possessed by a mini ghost.
Yeah, Mushroomized, also another classic.
Yeah. Lord willing, we're never going to get Mushroomized. I love and I hate that status ailment because it is so difficult to get rid of. But it's humorous when you get it, just never in a marathon. You're like holding the controller weird and you're like, I promise this is worth it. So this is one of those games that I played growing up a lot as a kid. I don't remember ever finishing it until like being an adult, basically. But I love getting to watch new people play it. It is so much fun when they get to certain bosses that I'm not going to spoil, just in case people want to go in, play this game as sight unseen as you can. And I highly recommend you do. I really do. We're on NSO, super worth it. Use save states. Use a lot of things like that. But yeah, no, like, go out and play this game. But like, I love getting to watch new players play this game and have never experiencing this game, and them trying to figure out like, how do you beat the final boss? How do you do things? It's so much fun. Because somehow, despite how old this game is, there's always somebody who's playing this new. I actually got to get a friend of mine to play it on stream, and you know, they really enjoyed it. There's a couple points where it's like it gets a little difficult, but as a whole, it's pretty good. I love it. Yeah, the marketing campaign for this game was not great. I'll agree. I'm seeing it in chat. Yeah, I'll agree. It wasn't great. It didn't help sales of the game, which is sad. Because if you think about it, like, this game came out in, I think it was 94. And
yeah, 94.
Yeah, there was no internet. There was no, let me go check out what my favorite YouTuber says about this game. It was standing in the aisle of a Toys R Us. At least that's where I remember getting a lot of games. You know, you take that slip out and you take it to the counter, and then you give them the slip and they give you the game. This might be a unique memory to myself. But,
oh no, that's how I bought every game for a long time.
Okay. I don't remember. I didn't know if anybody else remembered that.
I too am old, yes.
Grabbing the slip. It was honestly so much better. I gotta be completely real. It is so much better to like grab the little slip and then take it up to the counter and be like, I like this game, please. Oh, so much nicer. Yeah, it literally was like, what's the best way to describe it? It literally was like a slip of paper that you took up to like the cashier counter, and you're like,
it's a little claim check, yeah.
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 And then you got to get the game, and then you get to stare at the box the entire time. And the Earthbound box came with the game manual. So, like, this wasn't just like a standard box. It had the box, it had the books, and the strategy guide was very much like a tourism manual, where it told you, hey, you can go visit this town, be sure to check out the caves, but watch out for the ant. It was telling you things to do in the game, but it wasn't like, and then go here, and then go here. It gave you a map, but it was very much like a 90s tourism guide that you'd get for going to, I don't know, the only place I can think of, like Arizona, where I would pass through on occasion as a kid. And it's so cool. I wish that more games were like this. And yeah, this game was before its time. Ooh, missed on the ant? That's gross. We're gonna do it again.
But also, required manual content was an early form of anti-piracy, because if you never bought the game, then you wouldn't be able to do things properly. So.
Yeah. There's a couple of, like, anti-piracy measures that were put in that's really weird that don't happen until, like, really late in the game. And I kind of like that. Like, this is in an era when I think gaming was starting to kind of figure some things out, and things like that, which I love. Again, solid kid of the 90s. So I appreciate all of the 90s nostalgia. And like this game, it's a video game, but it also like it's self-referential. There's a section where it's like one of the characters goes, "Shouldn't a kid like you be at home playing a Nintendo game?" And it's like, oh, they knew. Yeah, gaming as an art form was taking off. I agree. By the way, Titanic Ant down. We can all breathe a sigh of relief. That is the second major hurdle. Even amongst top contenders in the finals of tournaments, Titanic Ant can just literally go, nope, your run here, done. And then you have to go back home, and it's almost like a 5-6 minute time loss. Never feels great, believe me. I've ran in a tournament and absolutely caught that stray. And the entire time you're racing going, I bet my opponent didn't get this. Man, am I so far behind. But I will also state that this game spawned several other creators that we all know and love and have an absolute adoration of. This game gave us Toby Fox of Undertale fame. So, we could go the boring route and go, oh, one of the developers for the game, HAL Laboratories, they went on to make Pokemon games. That's the boring route to get from Earthbound to Pokemon. So, let's do some stuff. Earthbound got a ROM hack, a Halloween ROM hack, which did not age well. It aged like milk in the hot sun. I'm not gonna lie and say it's great. It is pretty widely known as not great. It was done by Toby Fox. He used a piece of music in it. Piece of music we know and love. It's not Wonderwall, it's Megalovania. Megalovania spawned from that hack. Toby Fox went on to do some other stuff for some other games, mainly, or some other things, mainly, we're going to take a detour through the land of Tumblr and Homestuck. We're going to look in awe and go, great, awesome, we're moving on. And then he went on to do Undertale. We're going to go ahead and drink that can of fruit juice. And then, so he did Undertale, and then got to do music for Pokemon Sword and Shield. And then went on to do the Area Zero theme for Scarlet and Violet. Oh, no, you feel so pretentious. Yes, I agree. But, like, it's also one of those, like, I remember when Megalovania was in a ROM hack. And then it's like, oh my god, I'm old. When you're explaining when I'm explaining to my child, you want to know what a ROM hack is? Well, let me tell you. It's like modding a game, but for old games. But yeah, I love that history lesson of Toby Fox cut his teeth on a hack of Earthbound. And I'll point it out later, but there's a poster that it looks like, kind of looks like yellow flour, and it says the word hot. So it's one of those ideas of like, oh, early reference to Flowey, and then, you get the Hotland reference. So it's great. But it's such a cool, like, I love the cultural part of this game, because if you watch any like YouTuber vlogger style thing, you've heard at least one song from this game, which is really cool to think about. Like, people who've never interacted with Earthbound have absolutely heard Earthbound music. You've probably heard it on a TikTok, on those weird memes where they take a really weird esoteric image and they throw weird meta text on it, and me and the boys up at 2 a.m. looking at beans, and probably some Earthbound music on there. And I love it. By the way, if we have anything of worth to say, please jump in and say it. Anything you want to talk about for the marathon?
You don't think that this is worthwhile? I think it's highly worthwhile. But if you do, for all those people who are willing to contribute and keep the party moving here with our contributions to save the children, we do have some incentives coming up to keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
We do have, even though obviously we're not going to name the children for this because we already did that, we do have a bid war for Spyro's Color. I'll make sure that that's up and going because that's later on today. And we also have the incentive to upgrade to Psychotherapy for Katana Zero as well. So I'll make sure that all of those are all set up for contributions, but keep those coming in. And also, you know, we're glad we just have all these people here enjoying the party.
Agreed. We're going to add hamburger just in case. Cap'n Strong can be scary. We should be okay. There we go. Cap'n Strong is down. We've glossed over the entire fact that we have fought corruption. We're going to get access to our next area, Tucson. It's the first non-fantasy genre RPG. Ooh, did this game come out first, or did oh, what is the Persona? What is Persona spin-off of? Oh, not Tenshin Muyo. That's incorrect and completely a different thing.
Shin Megami Tensei.
Shin Megami Tensei. Thank you. Did that come out first, or did this? I feel like this came out. I was like, I don't remember what the first SMT game was. I mean, obviously it's probably SMT, but when is more the question. We avoided a mushroom, by the way. We are not going to get mushroomized today. We look at mushrooms and go, not today. It was right next to where we had to go.
Actually, no. The original Shin Megami Tensei was 92.
Oh.
So that was out 2 years before Earthbound.
Okay. Was it? Oh, ooh. Then this might not have got to claim the title of first non-fantasy RPG, but I would say, as weird as it says, like mainstream, but at the same time, that's completely not the way I would describe this game. Pokemon was not till 1996 in Japan? 5. Man, I'm so glad somebody's backing up here. Boy, is it not me giving good information. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to save.
No, it was 96. God damn it.
Yes!
That was close. That was close.
I remember getting Pokemon through Kool-Aid points in 1998. Game with a color Game Boy.
I won a copy of Pokemon Silver in a Lay's Potato Chips UPC mail-in contest.
Ooh.
So it was like one of those ones, I'm sure you remember back in the day, where it's like, if you just like clip, 12 UPCs over from like our products and mail them into this address, you'll be entered in a contest, and we're giving out 500 copies of whatever of Pokemon Gold and Silver. And I had already bought a copy of Silver, or got it for my birthday or something. Mm-hmm. And I won another copy of Silver, and I took it down to Toys R Us, and I said, hey, I won this. Can I swap this for a copy of Gold? And they were like, yeah. So I had both Gold and Silver as a kid because I won one in a contest.
That's awesome. Can we talk about the absolutely nostalgia that is like getting to win worthwhile prizes? Because like I feel like at a certain point we stopped doing that, and it was like, you get to win a hat, which hats are great. By the way, go buy the SDAT hat at the merch store. But like, it's now like, get a Lay's potato chip hat, get a fidget spinner with Lay's or something on. It's like, that's cool for like the first 15 minutes, but after that it's like, I don't want that. I don't want a fidget spinner anymore. But a Game Boy and a Game Boy game, and not like, 7-Up dot video game. As much as I love that one, a worthwhile game like Pokemon. I miss that.
It was fun. I remember as a kid, I was hesitant about the Johto games because like you had just experienced like all of Gen 1, like everything, and they're like, oh yeah, we're adding 100 new Pokemon, it's like in a different setting and like all this and all that. And I'm like, is that gonna be weird? And then they like started like showing off the art for like the new Pokemon, actually like this is actually pretty cool. And there's a day-night cycle. All right, I'm in.
Right?
So.
By the way, I feel like we should get a counter of how many times I plugged the merch. It started out as kind of like a funny bit, but I genuinely love this hat. It is a super comfortable, like, it's well made. Let me put it that way. I love the artwork, and it is well made. Super worth the money to go pick up the hat. As a hat wearer, I have hats from different marathons, and I'm like, I want to. I think I specifically was like, we need an SDAT hat. Give us the hat. All right, we sneaked around that mushroom. That was a little, ooh, that one's not going to be iffy. We grabbed the butterfly just to have a little bit of safety, so that we have a little bit of health possibility, and so we actually don't have to grab one later. So now we're going to go talk to Apple Kid again. We've given him some money, some food, and now he's going to give us a tool. We're going to, okay, we avoided that. You want the hat but are poor? Fair enough. Let's get the pencil eraser. You had to guess what the pencil eraser does. What do you think it does? Just kidding, you're wrong. It erases pencils. It is literally a pencil eraser. Please don't use it near a store that sells pencils. It will erase the store. Wow, we get a lot of spawns today. We're having to do a little bit of weird walking to avoid taking spawns today. The pencil eraser gag only works in the North American version. In the Japanese version, I believe the statue is like an octopus, and I think the pencil eraser is called something like octopus eraser or something like that. Somebody should absolutely fact check me on this one, but I believe the statue is an octopus, which I feel like would have absolutely still fit in with the humor of this game. Just might not have been as funny as pencil eraser. And then the ever elusive second item, the eraser, which we are not gonna see it in this run. Exactly, that's where I was sitting there. Cutting room floor is where I would go. There's an eraser that erases erasers, but then because it's an eraser, it erases itself. Don't think about it too hard when you're trying to go to sleep. If you've ever seen that one panel from Calvin and Hobbes where he's trying to go to sleep after his dad explains how a record works, it's that panel. You'll be sitting there going, what does that even mean? 90s reference after 90s reference today.
I was just gonna say, you have a brand. I appreciate it. It works very well for me.
Maybe this might be a reason for several things. No, but actually almost all the games I speedrun are almost all exclusively SNES games. Okay, we're gonna be in an interesting predicament here. Let's okay. We're gonna get out of this. We gotta have faith. Chat, don't fail me now. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and burger it up right now. Good call on the burger. Nighttime stuffiness. It's gonna be a problem. Didn't work because I'm already stuffy. Alright, we took an extra battle that we really didn't want. We're gonna eat a burger that I really didn't want to have to use, but that's fine. This section is a little dangerous, clearly. Because now we're gonna have to, ooh. We're gonna have to balance our health and despawning this thing up here. Okay, we're gonna have to do some weird stuff. Oh, we are... Words cannot explain how, in trouble we are. We'll make it out, I think. By the skin of our teeth, I believe. Thank you for putting on the shield. Thank you for missing.
You're an expert. You'll recover just fine.
Okay, we're gonna be running hard after this.
See, it says you won. Perfect.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It just doesn't stop. Alright, we'll bread roll it here too. We just need to get another... Oh my god, spawns today. We just need to get a butterfly down here. There we go. We're good. Woo! Alright, we're gonna do some things. Healing, get rid of our cold. Life up to fully heal out. Oh man, welcome into the Raiders.
Thank you, Visuals, for the raid. Can we get a shout out for Visuals, please?
I want this butterfly here. Good luck on Earthbound. I will need it. Great Silk Song emote, by the way. Okay, we have recovered, which is fantastic. The knowing how to recover from some of these situations is about 9/10 of what makes a really, really, really top tier runner. I got lucky here. I'm not gonna lie. I wish I could say all skill, baby, but it is a lot of luck went there. That second enemy there missed a lot, so we got very blessed there. All right, despawn everything. We are spawn heavy today. Okay, be kind to me. Be kind. All right. Whew. Okay, everybody exhale. I know that I had to. Exhale, relax the shoulders a little bit. Go check out the schedule of events that's going on. Literally, it's that breath of going, okay, we have made it past. So now we're gonna buy a couple things. One of the main scary reasons why is if I died, I go back to Tucson, and we have enough money that we're good on everything. But if we die, we lose half of our money, and at that point, it's really hard to move forward. But we're good. We got this. There was no cultists there, which is always a win. Rhymony on the crows. This is just Earthbound, everybody. Sometimes Earthbound goes, you know what? You're gonna have an interesting time today. Okay, no crow fight. Good. Okay, we're gonna grab the Franklin badge. And that's going to be awesome here in a second. But then we are going to take a fight with the cultists from the Happy Cult. Their goal is to paint the world blue. And that's all we're going to say about that. Everybody make sure to hydrate. 72 and 50. Beak sauce. We need better. Desired 19 was better. Wish that would have been turn 1. Yeah, don't look too far into the designs. Just, they're cultists. We're good there. We'll stop there. End of the line. And let's go face off against the leader of the cult, Carpainter. We got the Franklin badge. We can now fight him. The Franklin badge reflects lightning. I think it has something to do probably with Benjamin Franklin. Seems a little esoteric, which is probably why that's exactly the reason. We're going to grab a safety croissant, because I feel like the way that our spawns have been going, safety is our #1 thing right now. We're going to go ahead and use it right now, though. This room has a lot of lag, because there are so many sprites in this room. All of them moving, and not all in the same cycle. And this guy has one of the greatest lines, "Don't go to heaven." Gotta love 90s NA censorship. Okay, good deal. That cultist right there can call in help, which can get really bad really fast because he calls for help. Now we have cultist B, who then can also call for help, which we get C and D and then E and then F. And at that point, you're reaching for the reset button going, I'm not doing this today. Or you just turn off stream, which I have done. I have legitimately been like, you know what? I was only doing 1 run today. This is approaching just over the halfway point. So at this point, if you're getting cultist F, oh, nice reflect. The Franklin badge reflects back onto him. And so he'll damage himself, which we will absolutely take. We are going to go ahead and recover just in case. Nice reflect. All right, Earthbound has been kind to me today. It was a little spooky there for a little while, but the reflects, that is a 25% chance to reflect every time, or 25% chance to hit. So every time he uses his crashing boom bang attack, the 25% chance to hit me, then that 100% reflects onto him. There have absolutely been runs where it'll miss and miss and miss and miss, and we're rolling into turn, 7, 8, and you're sitting there going, please, this is a marathon run, just reflect. Because the longer he goes, the more he does physical damage. And at this point, you're starting to slowly run out of healing items and your power points. So you're dripping, and you're dripping out power points, and you're getting closer to losing and getting closer to losing. And it's never a great feeling. But getting those reflects really early, perfect. No notes. So let's go save our friend Paula. Excuse me. Shoo! You think we forgot? Rocky gets to save Shoo. Let's head back to Tucson. Gonna grab the teddy bear, and we're gonna go back to Tucson. Now, part of the fun tech. We get Shoo finally. Part of the fun tech is we're gonna go ahead and get rid of the teddy bear. And then I'm going to take safety here. I'm not gonna ditch my equipment. That might be controversial. It's not on the PB pace, the world record pace. Shout out to the world record holder. It is a hotly contended record. But we are going to go fight a tree and see what happens when you face off against Mother Nature. Shoo being put in prison. Is Shoo an inside joke to something? I didn't ask at the beginning, but is that
Shooey91 in chat is Shoo.
Oh, okay. Alright, good. We wanted to take the death right there. So we're gonna wave around our ATM card in the face of these monsters, these aliens even. And we're just gonna take some damage. The cold is great. The power of the ATM card. We'll see what it does. Great, awesome. Shu is dead, Rocky is dead. Oh no, what are we gonna do? That's okay. We're gonna warp back to Tucson. We're not gonna walk back home, back to Tucson. We're just gonna be there. So we're gonna go pay the fee to revive Shu. And then we're gonna go and have some fun. Now, I do have a request of chat. Please start looking for your favorite of gifts of that can go in chat. Your emotes, the dancing emotes, anything you can. Keep them ready. We're gonna need them here in a minute. So go start looking for them now. We get a backstage pass. Yes, any GIF emote works. Dancing ones work. Rave ones work. Have them ready. One of my favorite points of this game. We're gonna go talk to Shu's dad. He's gonna be like, "Hey, you're saving the world with Shu? All right, cool." But then he says something like, he's like, "Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna cry about it. We're gonna, you'll be okay. We're gonna smile." And boom, we're out.
Just like that, we have a $29 donation from Penguin.
Heck
Says, asking me to read a dad joke. He says, "Why did the bicycle fall over?" Because it was too tired.
I love it. Kind of reminds me of that one boomerang joke. I kind of forgot it, but I think it's going to come back to me later. We're going to get our Wada bills. And then we're going to go prep and use our emotes here. No. I'm glad somebody got that boomerang joke. Alright, we're gonna sneak into the theater, the Chaos Theater. Unfortunately, Scott Pilgrim is not playing today. Get out of my way. Oh, is that what? Oh, I literally just thought of it. Is that why Gideon Graves names the Chaos Theater, and Scott Pilgrim? Because it's an Earthbound reference. I think it might be. I'm gonna, canonically say it is. Okay. We went backstage and we're leaving backstage. Alright, everybody, get and use those dancing emotes, for it is indeed time for the Runaway 5. Don't count the people on the stage. It's the Runaway 5. Be sure to stand up, stretch if you can. Enjoy the music, stretch, hydrate, go check out the schedule of events. And go check out the donations page. There are a lot of incentives coming up. Make sure to check them out. I love this section. As I am looking for my own emotes. There we go. This is the time I like to stand up, stretch. Stretching is important for speedrunners. Flex out those hands. All right, let's go. All 6 members of the Runaway 5 are here. I believe it's the Runaway 5 featuring somebody on keyboard. Alright, we officially got to see the performance. Anytime we run a marathon or a tournament, we immediately switch audio to that person, to whoever's going through the Runaway 5 segment, because it's never not great. And then we get to pay off the debt of the Runaway 5 using the wad of bills, which canonically is $10,000. Just think about that. We had a wad of bills just
He's pulling up with 100 stack?
Yeah. He's pulling up with a lot of money just jammed into his backpack. Alright, now it's off to Threed. The music is too loud for ghosts. Turns out the ghosts don't like loud music. So, if in the original game, and if you decided to try to walk to the next town, you'd start going through the tunnel, and ghosts would chase you back, because Threed is haunted by ghosts, and zombies, and zombie dogs, and living trash cans. But because we have music on the tour bus, the ghosts can't get us. So we can get into Threed. Don't question it, it's Earthbound.
What kind of music do you think would repel ghosts the best?
Okay. Probably soul music.
I like that. No?
Or EDM, specifically Deadmau5. I can't think of anything else other than soul music that could be a funny joke. The Grateful Dead, there you go. Reggaeton, because it repels Dayman.
I don't mind reggaeton. Reggaeton makes me laugh because it's so heavy-handed with the reggaeton beat in every track that it makes me laugh every time. I have a friend in particular that hates it, and I tease him, but I find it funny.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was an Always Sunny reference. That's why I was like, yeah. I completely forgot. No. Host, Dayman. No, I was thinking Always Sunny reference.
Well, yeah, which my name is, but that's fine. Yeah.
Oh!
It all works out.
I get all the 90s references. After that, we start dipping down into the, will Derek understand this reference? Look, it's only been a couple years since I watched Top Gun, so we're gonna start at a certain point. We're gonna start questioning: has Derek seen this movie? Does he know? Does he understand this reference?
Well, Top Gun's an '80s movie. Are you working outwards from 1995 in both directions in a spiral?
No, that sounds interesting though. No. Just didn't get around to seeing it. There's a whole lot of things that I just missed out from the entire era. Anyway, we just got knocked out. So we're in Threed. The last boss is here that we're going to face for this, but we have to take a detour through the Jolly Land of Winters, aka probably the UK. So we're going to psychically call Jeff, aka Leroy, and be like, hey, we're trying to contact you about your car's extended warranty and saving the world. So we're up here. Stonehenge is here. We're going to pass by Stonehenge. We're going to ignore Stonehenge. And for those who know, we get to see an amazing lake feature. The lakeside is alive. This back half of the game has a lot more sections to get up, stand, stretch, go check out the schedule, go check out your donation page. Consider donating if you're financially able to. Share the stream with friends and family. Open up some windows and be like, hey, I'm watching Speed Docs on Twitch, and they're raising money for Save the Children. I dare you to open up your house window and do that, or your apartment window. Do that one. That one's funny. And we're just going to mash through. Tony's got the nice pork pie hat. It's not as cool as my SDAT hat! Exclamation mark merch. Tony joins the party. Tony has joined a great hat. I genuinely like his goofy little hat. No, I don't believe any other character has a little silly hat like that, and it's perfect. So we talk to arguably one of the worst characters, Maxwell. He gives us this item. He gives us the key to the locker. It's a little bent though. It's fine. Might work still. So then we're gonna go next door and be like, alright, cool, time to open up some lockers. Get some things. Drop the spray can. And the key is bent and doesn't fit into the keyhole. And then, that's not the problem. The problem is when we talk to him, he's like, oh yeah, I didn't think it would work. So I invented something to help open that up. It's the bad key machine that opens up locks if you have a slightly bent key. It's one of those, alright, interesting choice. I love it. We get a Holmes hat. And then we get the pop gun. Jeff is not a magic user. Jeff is a tech user. So we're gonna get pop guns and rockets and bottle rockets. And Tony's gonna be a real friend and help us climb over the fence to escape boarding school. And then he's gonna go back and do his thing. We're gonna buy some bubble gum. $1 for a pack of bubble gum. Boy, do I wish. Oh, there's the Hotland poster in the background. In a blink and you'll miss it reference. Or maybe it's not a reference. There we go. Alright, now we get to see if we have Safety Dog, Danger Goat. Safety Dog is fine. I'll take Safety Dog. We do this fight here. The Runaway Dog does low damage to us, but does give us a nice level boost right off the bat. Gives us a nice bread roll as well. Gives us just a little bit of health. We might need it for this next area coming up. And then we're going to sneak off through these trees. And we're going to come down to the tent city. We're going to start talking to people. AKA one person. Who's from the kindness of their heart going to give us some stew. What kind of stew do you think they're eating at the Tessie Watching Club? I guess it's clam chowder. You have a favorite stew, Dayman?
Ooh, that's tough. Sometimes, like, just some roast chicken with a chicken stock, some, like, mushrooms.
Ooh.
And chicken mushroom, probably.
I'm here for it. Here we like to talk about what your favorite type of stew is during our gaming marathons. And then we get to see our favorite character, the dopey, the ever-lovable, the purple MS Paint Beast. Tessie is on the scene. So if you are a fan of this and you have some emotes, use the Tessie emotes. The Earthbound Super Series has some. I also have a couple of Pride Tessies. Love those. I also have a whole set of them up on FFZ. The whole bevy of Pride Tessies. I believe I have just about every Pride flag that you can add to your channel. If you have FFZ, you can use them for free, because we do not gatekeep Pride. There was a different word I was looking for, but my brain lost it. I love the Tessie emotes. Almost everybody in the Earthbound community has their own Tessie emote. It's really cool. So during marathons, it just becomes a parade of Tessies in chat, just filling chat up. It is amazing. It's really cool. Kind of one of those like community things of like being able to see that. It's so cool getting to see everybody's unique Tessies and things like that. All right, cool. Let's move on. Let's go down to our favorite brick road. We're gonna try to get our first skip Probably not going to happen, but that's why we took a level. Nope, that's not going to happen. They didn't want to do it. You can sometimes like dodge around it. But sometimes it doesn't work. So we're just going to attack it out. Good, it didn't get any help. All right, cool. This fight can be a little bit dangerous because he can actually do quite a bit of damage. But you can run after turn 5, so up until that point, it kind of just makes sense just to keep attacking it and see what it can do. Come on. Face me, duck! Face me! We're trying to get duck skip. We might not get it. It's fine. We'll fight the duck. Yep. You can get the duck skip. It's a rare occasion for me. Take the bread roll. It's not terrible if you lose here. It doesn't feel great. Again, if you're in tournament and you lose here, you start going, all right, where's my opponent at? You're waiting for the dot done at any moment. Wasn't bad though. 41 experience. Levels here don't really matter. We're gonna take as few fights as we can. If everything goes according to plan, we only have literally maybe one more fight here. Thank you, Bubble Monkey, for just absolutely tanking that one. Appreciate it. Thought we almost had the skip. Turns out Bubble Monkey was just like, no, let me solo it. Not as dangerous as the first one because we've leveled up, but it never feels good to take it. Alright, hopefully, all things go well. That is our last random fight. We only
nice.
if everything goes well, we only have one more fight, and that is the final. It's literally Boogie Tent. So we're gonna try to despawn some things here. I don't like where that's placed. Otherwise, I'd try stuttering around it. You know what? I think we're gonna try to go for it. Okay. Okay, room 1 done. That was some really good mashing and stuttering. All right. These ones, this over back here, we can't stutter past mushrooms. So we have to despawn everything. And this is like the worst part of this cave. Okay. Section 1 clear. Section 2 clear. The bubble gum. And we give the bubble monkey some bubble gum. Then we go grab the present. It's in fact a bottle rocket. Why a bottle rocket is just laying around the cave? Who knows? Who knows? So now Bubble Monkey decides, hey, he's gonna go on a date with Mrs. Bubble Monkey. And we're gonna lose our companion, but you know what? We're gonna be okay with that. Bubble Monkey, while neat, is not consistent. We're gonna avoid the cavemen. All right, that was clean right there. How are we looking on time? What are we looking at?
We're doing all right. I think you're scheduled to wrap up in about 15 minutes or so. Does that look pretty realistic?
We're gonna be just under that, I think. Assuming
Fantastic.
nothing goes wrong, we're going to take one more safety. We got to deny everything. He's going to say, hey, do you want a donut? No. You checked out Stonehenge? No. And he's going to go, neat. By the way, Jeff's dad. This is Leroy's dad. And he'd be like, hey, cool, go use the flying saucer. Go see your friends. And we're like, all right, bye. And here is where, typically, I'll do shout out. So appreciate everybody having me here for this marathon. It's always a fun time to get to show off this game for such a good cause. Big shout out to my community. This last month I've been a little absent from streaming. Some personal stuff came up. Streaming was not on my high priority list. But we're to be back, I think. So big shout out to my community for sticking around, watching me play Earthbound a lot. And also big shout out to my lovely wife, who took our kiddos out of the house for a little while so I could do this run. Every time I get to do a marathon run or anything like this, she takes the kiddos out of the house and does stuff with them. Takes them to the library and whatnot, so that I can have a little bit of quiet time to do this and be able to give it all my all. So love and appreciate her for that. But yeah, otherwise, big shout out to the community. Peachy was hanging out here, part of my community. One of my best friends, Misty, encourages me constantly about doing games that I love. Love them, appreciate them. But yeah, also big shout out to all the staff of Speed Docs who are keeping this marathon running. Damon, thank you for hanging out here with me. It's been fun, it's been a blast.
It's been a great run, always appreciate some Earthbound.
Earthbound is one of those games where it's not too super serious, so it just really lends well to just chatting about whatever, favorite stew. And I love that, because like, this is such a beginner-friendly category for Earthbound. Like, RPGs are hard to get into speedrunning, but this is such a beginner-friendly, it would be like the equivalent of Kefka at Narsh sort of thing.
Yeah, just play the first chunk.
Yeah, this is considered like the first major hurdle of the full game. So like, you get to play through this, and then if you want to do any percent, it's a Skyrunner pinging. It's doing like a little bit of like metal detecting thing, whatever. But then like, if you want to continue on and do the any percent run, the speed run is basically the same up until this point. So a lot of times we'll see speedrunners start off with bogey percent as the first hour and a half, then they'll move on to any percent at that point, because they'll have this section down really well. There we go. We will take Safety Bear up here in a second. We've escaped the graveyard, by the way. And the graveyard was clean today. We are going to take a save. Now, if you're doing PB attempts, you're doing tournament runs, you would not be taking the save because it is like a no save and reset. However, because this is a marathon, I save here at the general store. Because sometimes, once again, in the very last fight of the game, Earthbound decides, no, you're not doing that. And technically, the thing that we've been using, PSI chat, or our bottle rockets, can simply whiff, and it just goes, yeah, it didn't do anything. And then you're stuck there just kind of going, okay. And then if you come back, you have less offensive potential. So, save here for marathon safety. Defend, big bottle rocket. Gets rid of PSI effects that we don't have on. The big bottle rocket hits for 678. One hit kill. Boogie Tent is down, but time is not till I grab the trash can. So, time is getting ready to go, but we do have to grind through our levels. Because we've taken very few fights for Paula. In fact, Shu has taken no fights. So it's still sitting at base level. So we have to go through all of their levels. They're now level 8. And it's just going to keep going. We just keep mashing through. I like it because, like, it's weird though. Like when you sit there and you go when you go through to go play it regularly, it is so hard to, like, once you get the speed. Oh, here again. Hang on. We're gonna grab the trash can here in a second. And time is now. And there's
Fantastic.
There's the Awoo dog.
Very, very nice. Excellent run. It's very good.
I love it. It's one of my favorite games and categories. It's so fun. But yeah, shout outs are all done. But yeah, shout out. Go check out the schedule page. See what's coming up that you're super into. Let your friends know on all of your favorite social medias, and go check out the schedule. See what's coming up. Go donate if you're financially able to. And then go check out the merch page. Highly recommend it. Once again, last time I'll be saying it today. SDAT hat, super worth it. Love it. Great design. And it feels really comfortable. And I really like the material. As somebody who's super picky about it. And has a giant head, the hat fits perfectly.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Derek. Really appreciate your run. Really appreciate your commentary and bringing everyone around for this. Thank you all for hanging out in chat and your generous contributions, spreading the word. We are going to go and take a small little break, and we'll be back with more of the show very soon. Take care.